We're here with Dr. Tom Deters, Tommy, who I've known since he used to write for me when I was at Flex, and then he eventually worked his way into the organization and was basically the head of all the editorial stuff that was going on at Weider out in Woodland Hills in the 90s?
Correct. I started with Joe full-time in 1988, had been writing for him under contract since 1985, and then was there through the sale of the company.
How'd you meet him?
You know, I met Bill Reynolds, the then editor-in-chief of Muscle and Fitness, backstage at the 85 Nationals. I was Lee Labrada's training partner, and I handed Bill 4 articles that I had written. And I said, Bill, if you're interested in these, or Joe is, give me a call. I'd never met Mr. Weider, thought that was completely unobtainium. And sure enough, I got a call from Joe about 10 days later. He flew me out. We spent a ton of time talking. He painted a beautiful picture for my future, and that's what happened.
That's amazing. What's the best piece of advice he ever gave you?
You know, Joe was so much a people person, and I think that he got me to be more in tune to look at people and try to see into them. And I remember I hear his words almost every day. He says, if you want to understand what motivates someone, you want to understand someone's behavior, you have to understand their psychology. So for me, that was important because we're so linear sometimes in business. We're in a hurry, we're trying to go from point A, but we deal with people. So for me to pause and really look into someone and say, where are they at? Where are they at emotionally? What's going on between their ears? That's always been so helpful in me trying to get the best out of the people that I work with.
And how will you always remember him?
Kind, loving, never said a harsh word to me in the entire 15 years we worked together, and we went through, some challenges during those times, but kind and loving, and always wanted the best for me and the best out of me.
When was the last time you saw him?
I saw him just before the end of 2013, and he was in the hospital at that time, and he perked up and his eyes were open. The first thing he said to me is, Tom, when you're coming home from Florida, I miss you, I love you. And we spent about 15 minutes together, which was vintage Joe and vintage Tom, and it was wonderful.
That would have been the end of last year then?
Yes.
Well, that's a wonderful story. Yes. Thank you so much, Tom Deters.
Thank you.
Thank you.